Hello everyone, in this video we will be creating a onboarding screen UI using Flutter, and for that we will be using some images and some dynamic data to be shown on the screen on tap of the button. So let's get started. So very first we have to create a stateful widget named onboarding screen, and I have created a current index variable here. I will explain about it in later in the video. Here is the data of our onboarding screen, which consists of image, title and description, and we have three data for three different screens. So let's start coding. Now we will be creating the body of the scaffold, and we will be choosing stack as a layout of the screen. So we will be creating a carousel slider here, and we will be giving it a carousel option. And the items we have here in the carousel slider is nothing but the data of the onboarding screen we have in the variable above, and we will be just using that variable to populate the items in the carousel slider. And we will be using cached network image so that the image has been cached after once loaded on the screen. So image is visible on the screen. Now we will be giving it an height, and we will be giving the complete height of the screen to it. We will also be giving some properties such as aspect ratio and viewport fraction. Viewport fraction represents the amount of space taken by the image in the carousel. You can see there are other images also being seen in right and left of the center image. After placing the viewport fraction to 1, the image has taken the complete width. We will be providing the image the fit property, and value will be boxFit.cover to cover the whole screen. Now we will be creating the another section of our onboarding screen, that is our text and button part. For that we will be using positioned, and in this position we will be using a container. And we will be decorating the container with some color for now to just see it is visible on the screen or not. We will be giving the container a width of complete screen, that is using media query. Also a temporary height. Okay, the container is visible on the top of the screen, so we have to just align it to the bottom of the screen by using bottom property of positioned. Now we will be giving some radius to the container. And we will be giving only top left and top right corners of the container to be circular. Also, remember that if we remove the green color from here, we can see that the container is not visible on the screen. The reason is that the container has a by default property of color as transparent, and we have to give it some color to be visible in the stack. So for that we will be giving colors.white. So for the layout of the container we will be using column, and we will be using row for the icons to be aligned horizontal. And these icons actually will be colored as deep purple. And size of about 16. If you remember, we have created a current index variable at the top of the class. We will be using this current index variable for showing progress on the screen. If the current index is 0, then the size of the icon will be 16, or else it will be 8. Similarly, it will be for colors, such as if current index is 0, the color of the progress will be deep purple, or else it will be deep purple with some opacity, and we will be giving an opacity of 0.5. We have to repeat this thing 2 more times for index 1 and index 2, as we have 3 screens for onboarding. Now we will be creating the title of the screen. For that we will be using the data variable we have created, and we will be using title from it. We will do the same for description but with different text style. Now we have to create a button. For that we have to create a container. With a decoration and a text such as we can create a text such as next. If you remember, we have given the container a temporary height of 200, so let's remove it. Now the container will take automatically the height depending on the content it has. Let's give the button a color. We will be using deep purple for that. And we will be also giving style to the text. And we will be giving it a color white. We will be giving the container some width. Also a padding. Of around 12 pixels vertical. Let's align the text to the center of the button. Now we will be giving the button rounded shape. We will also be using current index value here. So if the current index is the last index of our data, then we will be showing get started text in our button. So on tapping on the button, we will be incrementing the current index by 1. But before that, we have to check if the current index is the last index of our data. Yes, you can see that we are able to change the data on the screen. Also, the loader is also changing respectively to the data changed. But you can see that the image is not changing. And for changing the image respectively to our data, we have to create a carousel controller, and we will be using this controller in a carousel slider. So on the tap of the button, we have to add one more statement, that is carousel controller dot next page. It will take to the next page of the carousel slider, that is our next image. One more thing, we can see that the image is not visible because of the white container overlaying it. So what we will do is we will just move the image little bit upward, and for that we will be giving the carousel a height of 70% of the screen. We have to wrap the stack with a size box and give it a complete height and width of the screen. Also, we have to give the image a complete width of the screen too. Let's restart the application, and we can see that the onboarding stage has been completed and it is working fine. So this was all about the onboarding screen. So thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe.